everyone, welcome back to Wildwood Cottage and welcome back to Wales. It's lovely to have you here. Hope you're all doing well and I hope you're all having a good week. Well, I thought that I'd do a video today. I'm doing the marmalade recipe and I'm also going to do some shopping. So I'm going to get my stuff for Christmas and I thought that I would just video for you my thought process because I want to try and do it as frugally as possible. I'm just uploading a video now for making frugal mince pies from a war ration recipe I found in one of my ration book cookbooks. So that's going to be up now on my YouTube channel. So I thought that I'd just go through what I'm going to be buying from the shops because my husband's got a job coming up and it means that he won't get paid until the end of the job, and that's going to be the end of January. So what I need to do is I need to think ahead and try and budget with what he gets now before Christmas to take us through and then look at the food budget for the coming month. I always have a good pantry, and this is the reason why I have a good pantry is because when we have times like this, when my husband has to wait to be paid, it's always good to have things in as a good base for a meal. And then if I buy vegetables and fruit, then that's a good top up. So what I'm looking at is, I'm thinking of making pies for him to take to work because you know how I like to make my pies from my own pastry. So I'm thinking of doing that and putting them in the freezer, and then he can take one or two of them with him to work. I'm also thinking of what meals we can have of an evening, and we tend to have similar things because I find it easy to make. And I'm not a very adventurous cook. I am when it comes to my wartime recipes, but they tend to be the same kind of base of either potato or rice. I don't eat a lot of pasta because I don't like pasta. My husband only has pasta once a week because that's the only time I cook it. We don't eat a lot of meat. We eat a lot of vegetable-based dishes. And we don't eat a lot of bread. So I do make my own bread. So that's what I'm going to start doing through Christmas and through January is making my own bread, making more soups as well because we're going to be home. And yeah, just have one main meal a day and try and have that early on, say about 4, half 4 in the afternoon. And then that's job done then. And I want to make some things that I can put in the freezer. And then all I've got to do is take it out like a ready meal, put it in the Prity stove in the oven and have that as a meal. So they're my thoughts at the moment. I've got a lot of vegetables in the freezer that need using up. So what I thought I would do, rather than buy loads of new vegetables, is I know I've got sweet corn, I know I've got carrots, I know I've got peas, I know I've got mixed veg, I know I've got cauliflower and broccoli. What else have I got? I did have asparagus, but that doesn't freeze very well. So that unfortunately that had to go to the chickens. Um, That's another thing I've started doing as well is I've started giving the chickens the scraps out the kitchen. So any any vegetable peelings, any fruit that's left over, all goes into the chickens. Any peelings that I take off the carrots and things like that, I put through the food processor, grind it up, and then give them that and give it them with porridge. They're also having their layers pellets, but they're not eating as much pellets because they're eating all the nice food. So that's what I've started doing with that. So they're getting apples, bananas, carrots, peas, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's how I'm trying to cut back on their feed because their bag of feed now has gone up. Excuse me, their bag of feed now has gone up to £10 a bag, and the corn has gone up to £8 a bag. So my thinking is, instead of it going in the compost heap, it can go in the chickens, and then their waste can go back on the garden. So they can then compost it for me, and that cuts down on the problem with the rats. So yeah, instead of them having their feed one particular day, I will give them porridge and vegetables, and that sorts that out. So yeah, so they're my thoughts for that. So I'm going to try and keep my budget down as low as possible, but I know I've got to get over Christmas. We do have people coming for Christmas. We have people coming on Christmas Day. There's going to be 7 of us, but I'm not buying the food for that. I'm just making the Christmas puddings, the mince pies, and Christmas cake. So that's all I'm doing for that. And then I'm cooking it all, and that's my part of the deal. So my mum's bought the turkey, my brother's bought the food, and I'm doing all the cooking. So yeah, so that's the way that's working. So that's good. So that's cut a lot of the budget down for me. I've got 5 people coming on New Year's Day, so there's going to be 7 of us on New Year's Day. So I need to decide what I'm going to cook for that. And my thought at the moment is soup, wartime soup, which is the creamy artichoke soup. I'm thinking of doing that one with artichokes out the garden from Gordon. And what else was I thinking? I was thinking of doing some chicken breast and making that into a Wilton pie and serving that, or make some little individual Wilton pies and serving them. So that's going to be quite frugal because one chicken breast can feed 4 people, so that's even better. And yeah, what was the other thing? I was thinking of doing a fruit steamed pudding with custard and steaming that on the Prity stove. So yeah, they're my thoughts for New Year's Day. So all I've got to do really is plan what I'm going to do between Christmas and New Year for food for me and my husband. So I'm thinking pastry, make it into pies, homemade bread, soup, and then for our evening meals, I'm thinking of making a lasagna base, and then all I've got to do is put it together. A cottage pie, and I can make that completely and pop that in the freezer. I can get that completely cooked, pop it in the freezer, take it out when we want it, pop it in the oven into a casserole dish in the oven. I could make a curry. That could be a winner. I can chop the chicken up already or make it with tofu or chickpeas. So yeah, they're my thoughts at the moment. I'm getting a stiff arm, sorry. So I'm just going to turn you down and show you my shopping list so far. Then we'll go to the supermarket, see what I end up with, and see how much I spent. So just turn you down. Right, so this is my shopping list so far. We always drink a lot of green tea, and at the moment, I think that's 59p, I think they are in Lidl. So I need about 3 boxes of those. Some normal tea because there's people coming, so it's always good to have a supply of normal tea in. So I'm going to give myself £2 for that. Coffee is £2.19. Now, the milk, with all this stuff with the Bover additive in the milk, I'm going to buy mine from a vending machine. So I'll take you with me when I go and get that. It's called Jenkins Milk, and they are quite a few miles away from me, but they have a vending machine in my town. So I'm going to get my milk from there and get it in the bottle, in a glass bottle. I can take the glass bottle back and recycle that and reuse it. So that's what I'm going to do with that. There's also a local shop as well that sells their milk, and I can just exchange the bottle for a new bottle of milk. So actually, I think I'm going to do that today. But when I do go to the vending machine, I'll take you with me. My dried fruit mix is for my Christmas cake, and I think I'm going to spend about £2 on that. I only want 2 oranges, and I want that for the rind and the juice for the Christmas cake and the Christmas pudding, and they're about 50p each. So if I can find a bag of them, I'll buy a bag. I want some tangerines because I like eating them. So I'll put £2 down for them because sometimes you can find them in a box. Now, plain flour, I like to buy the organic. If I can find organic, I'll buy organic. If not, I'll just buy the ordinary. But they're £1 a bag. So I'm going to buy 2 of them and 2 of them. So that's going to be £2 for that one and £2 for that one. Now, again, with the Bover stuff with the butter, Muller is using that additive, and Arlo or Arla Foods as well. That any company that's supplied by Arla Foods also has that Bover additive in it. So I'm going to buy the butter that I know is in Lidl. It's about £2.19 a pack, and I need 2. So that's going to be quite expensive, and I know that's going to be expensive, but I know it's going to be good as well. It's not going to be Bover additive in it. I will do a video about that Bover additive, and I'll do that for the new year for you and just explain what's going on with that. But if you've seen the news, you can see that it's not very good. It's to stop the cows farting, basically. And it's not. We are being trialled on it with it in the UK. We're the guinea pigs, and apparently it increases the risk of cancer. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to eat that if I can help it. Sausage rolls, just for snacks and things like that. I am going to make pies, but yeah, sausage rolls. I'm going to get them. I'm going to see if I can get some nice ones as soon as it's Christmas. So I'll put £2.50 down for that. Pepperoni, I buy in Lidl in their packs, and they're £1.10p for a pack. So I'm going to get 2, and that's for homemade pizza because I make my own pizzas for myself. So that's going to be about £2.40. The ham is the same price, £1.19. I'll get 2 of those. No, I won't. I get 3, and that'll see us into the new year. And they're the same price, so £3.60 for the ham. Cheese, I buy a big block and that costs me £5, and I know that's supplied by Lancashire Dairies, so I know that's not got the Beauvais additive in it. And then my husband needs pizzas, and I try to get them for £2.50 if I can, and I want 4. And then that's going to see us right through Christmas into the new year, because we have them every week. Well, he has them every week. Wedges, I need the same amount. I put £10 down, but I don't think it's going to be that expensive. Now, given this is going to last me right through Christmas into New Year, I know it looks like I'm spending a lot on pizzas and things, but it is Christmas and we can afford to have a little extra luxury. Now, as I say, I'm not going to buy vegetables. I'm going to buy some parsnips because I like parsnips. I'm going to buy 2. In fact, I think I'll buy 3 and I'll freeze them. And they're about 50p a bag, so I'll put £1.50 down for those. We need kale, and they're about 89p a bag, and I want 2, so say £1.80 for the kale. I need dog food. Now I am supplementing his food with homemade, so I'm only going to buy 1 box, and there's £7.50 for 6 trays. And I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else. Oh, celery, juices, lemons. Don't need ginger. Celery is about 70p. I'm going to buy 2 and put it in the freezer because it's handy to have for soups. Lemons are about £1. Only want 1. I'm not going to bother with cucumber, and I'm not going to bother with salad because it's winter and it's not really worth it. So I think that's my ingredients so far. I've got onions, I've got things like lentils and tomato paste. Oh, I put some tomato paste out. I've got plenty of sardines, but I might just buy 4. That's £2. I'll get 2 of those. They're 50p each and little, so that's £1. So that's probably all I'm going to get. I've got some chicken in the freezer. Yeah, I might just buy 1 tray of chicken, and then I've got that then for when our guests come. And I'll put £5 down for that, and we'll see how much we can get that for. So there's my shopping list. That's to see me over Christmas. I've got coconuts. Oh, condensed milk for my coconut ice. I always make that for my dad for Christmas, coconut ice. Right, so I think that is it for my list. Can't think of anything else. I will see if they've got any veg boxes, but I don't think they will have. But I think that's pretty much it. Can't think of anything else. I'm not buying cakes and biscuits and things like that this year. I'm going to make my own, and I'm going to make flapjacks. I'm going to make some muffins. I'm going to make some biscuits. And we'll see where we go from there. Because they're the kind of thing I can just get up in the morning and say, do you know, I fancy this today. And because the stove's on, I can just put it in the oven and it's done in 10 minutes. So that's really, really handy. So yeah, I think that's it for me for now. So I'll go to the supermarket, and when I come back, I'll show you what I managed to get. And I'll show you the price of the flour. Yeah, I'll show you how much I got the chicken for, how much I got the flour for, and just go through quickly what things cost compared to what I put down on my price list. And we'll see how much that comes to. I'll just tot it all up, and then I'll switch the camera back on and tell you how much I expect it to come to, and we'll see what it actually comes to. So see you in a minute. Right, so I'm just checking where the best place is to get the Goodfellas pizza, and it appears that Tesco's got them on a club card price for £2.50, so I can get 4, so that's good. It's always worthwhile checking the supermarket before you go. I tend to do that a lot. When I know it's a big item like a pizza, which is normally £5 a pizza, I always try to get them for £2.50, and then it's not such a big thing to get. The other thing I want to look up is potato wedges. You can pretty much find anything on their website. So I'm going to put in potato wedges. I get the McCain ones if I can. Oh, they're £1.30. Well, that's good, isn't it? Half price on the club price. Was £2.60, now £1.30. So that's great. I can get my 4 bags. Where are we? There's the pizza and the wedges. £1.30, £2.60, £5.20 for the potato wedges. So that's going to save me quite a bit, isn't it? It's always worth waiting till just before Christmas just to see what things are going to be. They've got carrots for 15p a kilogram, normally 69p. They've got swede. Let me just see if I can get rid of that. No, they've got swede for 15p with the club card. They've got leeks for 79p. Excuse me for scrolling. So yeah, it's well worth having a little look on the supermarket before you go. Tesco broccoli, 15p. I think that's my shopping list. It's coming to £74.37, but that was before I had a saving of £4.80 for that. So that's going to bring it down under £70. So we'll go to the supermarket and we'll see how we get on. Right, I'm just going to get the dog up and then get my coat, and then we're going out. It's 10:15. So I'm hoping to get all this done and get back by 1 o'clock. I've got a couple of Christmas presents I still need to get, and then I can get back home and get my weaving looms finished. So I'm hoping to get that done today. So yeah, busy, busy, busy. So I'm going to get the dog. We'll go to the shops. We may not have time for doggy ice cream, but I shall see. I'll see when I get there. And we'll see you back home when we get back in a little while. So see you in a minute. Right, okay, so we've just been to Morrison's to get some shopping, and I managed to get my bread for 45p instead of 75p a loaf, so I got 3. I didn't get the chicken in there because it was £6.99, and I noticed on the Tesco's website that it was only, I think, £5.99 or £5.50 in there, so I thought that I'd wait and go to Tesco's. I got some Schlur because it was £1.35 a bottle with the club card price. I got a tin of sweets. I think they were £3.50 on the club card price, and I'm going to bag them up and give them away as gifts for Christmas. And I just got some basics really, some cheese, some sausages. I got some Wensleydale cheese because I thought that might be Bover free. I just need to research that when I get home. If not, I won't buy it again. I didn't get my milk because I'm going to get the local produced milk from the farm. And yeah, I think that was about it really. I didn't get a lot, and it cost me £25 I think. So yeah, I did go slightly over what I wanted to spend because I got the extra bit of cheese, I got the Schlur, I got the sweets, and I got a couple of extra loaves of bread. So I did go slightly over what I wanted to spend in there, but I don't think that was too bad. So we're going to go off to Tesco's now. We've been to Charlie's. Stripe's got a new bone. I got his worming tablets. I thought they were £5.99, but they were £8.99 a pack. But I know they work for him, so I don't mind that. And that'll tide us over till we get to the vets next year in January when he goes for his annual checkup, because he's 1 then. And yeah, I think that's about it really. We didn't get a lot. So I got some tools for my husband and a couple of Christmas decorations. So yeah, so we're just on our way off to Tesco's. I'll let you know how I get on when I get back in the car, and we'll see if we manage to stick within our budget. So it won't be long, and I'll see you in a little while. Have you got a limpy leg, buddy? you want? Have you got a limpy leg? Have you got a sore leg again? You're a very silly boy. Right, okay, so we've made it back from the shop and it's the next day. And I've just been going through my receipts to see how much it all came to. Now, it did come to £97.33. But, sorry about the camera angle, I'm just leaning my phone against my laptop. That's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah, I managed to get... Sorry about the noise as well, Stripe's playing around. I managed to get flour, and that was 79p a bag, and I got 1.5 kilos in each bag, and I got the Tesco's own. It's all been put away, so I can't show you. I did get a treat. I got the Roder's clotted cream, the stuff you have in scones. I got that. That was really good. And that was £2.75. But that's a treat. That's so we can have that with some of my home baking. Maybe a crumble. Maybe we can have it with some leftover Christmas pudding, stuff like that. So that was just a treat. I was going to get the sour cream or the creme fraiche. Now, they only have the Tesco's one, and I know Tesco's is getting their milk supplied by either Arla or Muller, and I don't want to buy stuff that's being exposed to the Bovaer additive that's being put in the cow feed. So I might do a video about that, but there's lots of videos about it on the internet. So do check that out. It's called Bovaer, and it's an additive they put given to cows to stop them polluting the environment. Stupid idea when you think of all the planes and the cars, but that's another story. That's another video. Anyway, that's why I bought the Roders, because on their website they've got a disclaimer that says that they're not using the additive, the Bovaer additive, in any of their milk products. So it comes from Cornwall, and any of the farms that supply their milk aren't using the additive that's being put in the feed. So that's why I bought that cream and not the creme fraiche. I thought it was worth spending the extra, buying something really nice and knowing that it's not going to be using that Bovaer additive. I didn't get my milk. I'm going to go to the vending machine and get that. So when I go to the vending machine, I'll take my phone and I'll video that for you. Sorry, I can't read without my glasses on, so you're just going to have to deal with the glare off the light. I put a light on to brighten the video up a bit because they seem to be disappearing into the shadows. Yeah, where's that chicken? I did get myself some lunch, so I've taken that off the cost of the shopping already. I did get sultanas and things for making my Christmas cake and my Christmas pudding that's coming up in the recipe on Sunday. So that was good. I got my parsnips, I got my broccoli for 15p each. I got carrots for 15p a bag. I got my leeks, I got 2 bags. There was 3. If you go through the bag, they were only selling 2 for 79p. But if you go through the basket, you can often find that there's more than 2 in a bag. And I got 3 in each bag. So I actually got 6 leeks for the same price as 4 leeks, because I had a look. I spent the time, a few minutes, going through the basket, checking to see if I could get more leeks in the pack. So instead of the 2-pack, I got a 3-pack. And I got 2 of them. So we ended up with 6 leeks. So that's going to be fantastic. I can use them on Christmas Day. I can use them on New Year's Day. I can use them for making my pies, for making my meals for over Christmas. So they're going to be a real asset. So having the extra 2 leeks is going to mean I can do an awful lot more cooking. And it's better value for money. So do spend the time going through the baskets. If it says on the label that you're going to get 2 of something, check and see if you can get 3 in it, because they go by the weight. And sometimes if they've got smaller leeks left over, they just put 3 in a bag instead of 2. And the same with oranges and apples and things like that. Sometimes it can say, oh, there's 5 in a bag, but they'll be smaller and they'll put 6 in a bag. So it's definitely worth checking that out. It's a good frugal tip for you. I do it every time I go to the supermarket. I remember one day I did that and I was doing it in Lidl, and some woman turned around and said to me, what's wrong with the leeks? Why are you doing that? I said, there's nothing wrong with them. I'm just looking for more in a bag. I want more value for money. So yeah, I've always done it, always will do it, and it is good value for money. Just a sec. I did buy some cola to have with my drink over Christmas, because I'm having Southern Comfort this year. So yeah, I do have
I've got a little helper. I do have a cheap 49p bottle of zero cola. It doesn't have any sugar in it, and it doesn't have any aspartame in it either. I think it was fructose that was in it, so that's a fruit sugar. So that's why I got that. I did get my pizzas for £2.50. I did get my wedges for £1.36. I got some ready roll fondant icing for £2.75 for my Christmas cake. I've left that in the price of what my shopping came to. I did, as I say, get an extra packet of chicken, and that was, do you know, I can't find it on the receipt. That was, oh, there it is, £13. It was £6.50 each, and then with the club card price, it was £5.50 a tray. Now, Morrison's were doing them, I think, for £6.99. So that was a saving on each tray of £1.50. And I decided to get two because I forgot that there's 7 of us going to be eating on New Year's Day. And yeah, I wanted to make sure I had enough chicken, and there was only 5 in a packet. So I got the 2 packets, so I got 10 pieces of chicken. Again, check the pieces of chicken because some of them had 3 in, some of them had 5 in, some of them had more in, but they were small, quite small pieces of chicken. So I thought, well, to make sure I've got enough, I'll get the 5 pack. So I went all the way through all the packets and got a 5 pack, 2 5 packs. So I got 10 pieces of chicken for what was it, £11. So that was a really, really good deal because Morrison's, most of them were a 4-pack and they were £6.99. So it's definitely worth looking through the packets. I got some clementines, early peelers. They were £1.19 a bag. And no, they weren't. They were 79p. And I got 3 bags of those. They were on offer at 79p. And I did get some HP sauce as well. It was extra on there. So yeah, even with all the extras, the dog food had gone up to £8 instead of £7.50. So with all the extras, it did come to £97.33, but that's including what I bought in Morrison's. And I can't find my receipt. And I did buy extra in Morrison's as well. So I did really, really well with my shopping. I'm really pleased. It's definitely, as I say, worth just checking the internet to see how much it's going to cost you to do your budget. And it's also, just a sec, it's also definitely worth checking the packets, as I've said, to see if you can get more value for your money by finding more in a packet than what's advertised on the shelf. So I hope you've enjoyed my video. That's my shopping for you and how I've done this year. I would have shown you the shopping, but I put it all away and I don't want to start dragging it all out again because by the time I got home last night, my husband was home. It was 5:30. And yeah, we'd spent a long day in the shops. So that's that. So I hope you've enjoyed my video. I will be back on Sunday for you, and I will be doing my Christmas pudding recipe for you. So I hope you'll come along for that because I'm doing the Frugal Christmas, Thrifty Christmas Pudding, it's called, and it's in my Feeding the Nation cookbook by Marguerite Patton. And that is the recipe there. That's the recipe we're going to be doing. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day today, finishing off my weaving looms and getting the Christmas pudding started. I'll get them made and I'll do the video for you and we'll make the extreme frugal, thrifty, wartime Christmas pudding together and we'll see how they turn out on Christmas Day. I'll do a little bit of footage for you and let you know how they turned out. So I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and I'll see you on Sunday evening at about 5 o'clock when we'll have the Christmas pudding. And I'll be back for one more video on Christmas Eve just to come back and wish you all a happy Christmas with Stripe. And we'll come back and wish you a very happy Christmas. So I'll see you on Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you soon. From me and Stripe, bye for now. Bye-bye. Say bye, Stripey. Bye-bye.